Hey guys, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be migrating into my 2021 fall bullet journal. I'm very excited to set up this notebook. I decided to get an A5 sized Archer & Olive notebook. It's red and it has a cute little fall leaf on the front. I've noticed in all of my bullet journal setup videos that in January, I typically go for the clean, crisp, white themed look, and for the fall half of the year, I typically go for vintage, brown, gold, red, all of those autumnal colors, so that is my color palette for today. The first thing I did was use my brand new stencils that I got from Walmart to write key at the top of the very first page in my bullet journal, and now I am coloring it in with some brown gouache paints that I got in my recent stationery haul video. Then I used my Pigma Micron 0.5 tip in order to write out the key and all of the little symbols in the key. I will link all of the supplies I'm using in the description box below if you guys are interested. This year I decided to do something different for my bullet journals. I'm going to have an entirely separate bullet journal for school. So this one that I'm setting up currently is my life, YouTube, work, all of that kind of stuff in a notebook so that I can keep it separate from my school life and all of my studies. Stay tuned for setting up a brand new bullet journal because I will be setting up my school bullet journal very soon. Here I just glued that first awkward half page together, the one that never quite opens right because of the binding of the notebook, so that now when I open the notebook it'll open just to this first page that I can use. Recently, I've seen a lot of people in the bullet journal community name their bullet journals, so I decided to give it a go. I used my stencils to write out the name of this notebook, which is Wren, and then I went in and outlined everything with my Pigma Micron, and I used some Pantone swatches to just decorate the edges and give it a pop of color. This next spread is my year at a glance, or my 5 months, because I'm starting this bullet journal in August. I decided to go really simple for this spread. I just sectioned it out into the 5 different columns for each month, and I wrote a little Taylor Swift lyric on the side, which says, "Autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place." I thought this was an amazing quote because Red, Taylor's version, is going to be coming out in November, and that lyric is from All Too Well, which is one of the classic fall ambiance songs for me, so I just had to have that lyric to remind me of autumn. This next spread is another journaling check-in. If you saw my New Year's starting a new bullet journal setup, you'll notice that I wrote the exact same questions because I want to see how my goals, dreams, struggles, and strengths have changed over the course of 6 months. For this next spread, I went in with some gouache paints. I used a red and a warm brown shade, and I just did some really simple dots and later went in with the same color but in my Archer & Olive acrylograph pens, and I just did that on the corner of the spread to give it some dimension and some fun embellishments. Then I used my Tombow dual brush pen in the light brown to write content ideas. This next spread is a needs versus wants spread, and the right side is going to be a budgeting/expense tracker. I pasted in some craft paper on the corners and used that same leafy stencil that I've been using on the corners as well. For this monthly budget spread, I sectioned out 5 different boxes for the 5 different sections of things that I'm going to budget. Then I highlighted 5 columns for each of the months, August through December, and then I labeled each of the 5 boxes with which area the budget is, and later, next to the dollar sign, I will put how much I'm going to budget. This next spread and last is probably my favorite out of this whole entire bullet journal setup video. I just pasted in some craft paper on the edge of the page and then stamped some things that mean fall to me. So we have coffee, blankets, libraries, rain, hocus pocus, tea, pumpkins, leaves, sweaters, crisp mornings, films, CDs, fairy tales, candles, and love. On the rest of the page, I just used my stencils again to write out Fall 2021, and then later I outline it in my acrylograph pens again, the 2 different brown shades, and I think it really pulls the spread together. Here's a flip through of how all of my spreads turned out. This brings us to the end of this bullet journal plan with me video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like down below and go ahead and comment what your favorite thing about fall is. Don't forget to be watching for a new bullet journal video coming soon that will be my school one. It has a very fun theme. I think you guys will really enjoy it, so don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!